Hey everybody, it's Kia. I'm your Zippy Dippy SquarePants, and today I have another life lesson from Zippy. I wanted to check in with everybody and see how did your weekend go, or how is it going? Have your manifestations come in? Have your miracles happened? Um, Mine have not yet. And so the last couple of days I've just been on tenterhooks waiting because I keep getting all of these signs. Yes, 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 this is happening. I will list them. I mean, it's ridiculous, all these signs that I'm getting, and things are not actually happening. Nothing's happening. And so I was asking my spirit team about it. I'm like, what is the deal here? And I'm getting a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit discouraged sometimes because it's like, I am talking to my family and some of my friends and saying, hey, this is happening, and yet nothing is actually come into like reality yet. And so I feel like a crazy person, okay? But I say, oh, but my cards say this and these signs say this. And so I asked them, what is the point of this? And so they wanted me to talk to you about this journey, okay? I have a friend, I call her my spiritual Sherpa, and she calls me Henry the Navigator because I'm really good at giving people directions, and so that's what my spirit team wants me to do for you all. Go on this journey first, I'm the guinea pig, and then I can tell you firsthand what it's like. So I just want to talk to you about what it's like to get to basically the last stage before your manifestations actually come into fruition, okay? It is the hardest part of this whole journey. That's what they tell me, and I can tell you firsthand, it's super difficult because you're so excited. You already have confirmation of all this good stuff coming in, and yet you're at that stage where it's like, but it's not coming in. And you're wondering, am I making all this up? Am I crazy? Should I just abandon this effort? And this is the time when you have to keep going, okay? So for me, I'm having the biggest trouble with waiting and receiving, okay? I am supposed to allow other people to come in and provide whatever it is that is going to be provided for me rather than me going out and procuring it myself. I am not allowed to be in control of this situation, okay? So I had this realization that is my specific, I would say weakness, but thing that I need to work on. And so I asked my team, is that specific to individuals? Like if somebody is better at receiving, but they're not so good at being more assertive, is that going to be something that they have to work on? And they said yes. So essentially this manifestation process is working all your spiritual muscles. And you're probably going to be challenged the most with whatever spiritual muscle you haven't worked out as much. So for me, it's being and not doing. It could be that you are a beer and you need to do more doing. So figure out, take what resonates, but just know that it is going to be a challenge to you. It's not supposed to be easy, okay? And I had this idea. It was like, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Do you guys know that story? It's by Mo Willems. There's this pigeon, and the bus driver's like, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. And this pigeon's like, I want to get on there. And it starts throwing all these fits, and it kind of almost goes through the 5 stages of grief, trying to barter and, rationalize and please. And then it just starts having a tantrum. And that's essentially what I felt like this past week. And the last couple of days is like, but I see the bus, it's right there. Can't I just get on it? And my spirit team's like, no, you can't drive the bus because it's your universe, your spirit, your guides, your whatever, source is the driver who knows the best way to get you to whatever you're trying to manifest. If you try to control it, you're not going to get the same or as good results as if you just leave it in the universe's hands. So it's a situation where you really have to detach once you have given that up to the universe. But it's so hard, especially if you have neurodivergence, ADHD, autism, things like that. Part of how we're wired is that we tend to hyperfixate, or we try to over-prepare to compensate for any kind of anxiety we might have. And something that happens to, neurospicy folks is if they have a big thing coming up later in the day, it can cause kind of paralysis. You're just waiting for the thing and you may not be able to function as well leading up to that thing because you're trying to emotionally, mentally prepare yourself for what's coming. And I will say that as an ADHD brain, that has been really hard for me because I know that all this amazing stuff is on its way. It's right there. And so I am being asked to detach, okay, to let things happen. And that is a very important part of this manifestation journey. Once you have given up your intentions to the universe, you have to let it go. So your pigeon, it could be you, it could be your anxiety, it could be your desire to control, it could be your skepticism, it could be the comments of your friends and family that are like, okay, and you telling them all about, the signs and synchronicities. Thankfully, my family's very supportive, so I appreciate them. But, not everybody is going to be understanding or appreciating what you're going through. So you're going to have to wrestle with other people, maybe not believing what you're trying to tell them. Whatever it is, let me just remind you, do not let your pigeon drive the bus. Let the universe drive the bus. It is going to take you to a place that is so much better than you can imagine, okay? At the same time, I'm going to be honest that when you see that big red button sitting in front of you, flashing, saying, here's the key to all your dreams, here's what you want, and you're being told, don't push that button, it is going to be absolute torture. And I still would say, don't do it, okay? Don't do it. I haven't done it yet. I really want to. I haven't done it yet. So I hope that I will give you more information. I hope that as these things come in, I'm going to be able to tell you all this great stuff. For now, let me just tell you that when you are at stage 9 of 10, or you're right at that liminal stage of where your stuff is coming in, that is the toughest time. And it's the time when your muscles are going to be aching. You're going to be ready to throw in the towel. And if you're at that place, just know, don't give up, okay? Don't give up. I'm not giving up. I can't wait to tell you all the things that are coming in. It's going to be amazing. Keep with it, okay? So cheer me on. I need the encouragement. I'm cheering you on, giving you all the encouragement. And let me know, have your manifestations come in? I love to hear the success stories, and I'm looking forward to sharing my successes with you too. Love y'all.